Hello there everyone and welcome to Let's Play Ironsword Wizards and Warriors 2, a game made by Rare, apparently in 1988, but I've read that this game was released in 1989. There's Hall of Fame here, a high score list basically, if you care about this. And if we wait even longer, then we are back to this part. Also we can see Acclaim here. This game also was made by Acclaim and Rare. And now we can see the story scrolling upwards slowly. Ironsword, you are Kuros, the greatest warrior of all. Since defeating the evil wizard Malkul, your renown has spread far and wide. Today you are summoned to the land of Sindarin, a once great kingdom where Malkul has taken the shape of 4 evil elementals: wind, water, earth, fire. Each infernal elemental must first be vanquished in his domain before the final conflict. To succeed, assemble the 4 pieces of the Shattered Iron Sword. Seek help from the 4 Animal Kings. This is your toughest challenge yet, and it's only just begun. Yeah, a quick rundown of the story here, that's nice. This is the second game of the Wizards and Warriors series, but I'm playing it first. You can see the main character Kuros there to the left here on this title screen. Press start to play, we will do this. And if you press start, then you are also simultaneously being brought to a password screen, which obviously you can enter your code to go to a later level if you manage to get so far. There are also basically some cheat passwords that you can use, some helpful ones that you can look up in the internet where you can get some extra lives and stuff. But we are not going to be doing that. We will only use passwords that the game itself actually will give us. So yeah, we don't know any password yet, so let us just go ahead and press start to play. This is the map screen. We are at the lower left corner at the mountain here, and the game immediately just starts. I didn't make the map screen go away. It happened automatically. The first thing we notice is that the main character looks like shit because he has his eyeballs on the outside of the helmet, which looks fucking ridiculous and which is really unsatisfying in my opinion. You also see that enemies are constantly spawning and attacking, which is why the game is so difficult. We can jump, we can duck, and we can even crawl. We can collect this jewel, and if we press B, we can attack the sword, but this is some of the worst attacks in video game history. You're not going to hit anything with the sword. There is a random beer that spawned there, but there's another form of attacking here. You can't actually wield the sword while jumping, but if you jump straight ahead, then Kuros holds his sword out in front of him, and as you've just seen here, if an enemy touches the sword of Kuros as he is jumping, then the enemy takes damage. And that's actually, in my opinion, the best form of attacking. Just jumping at the enemies with the sword first, which is very weird, but that's how it goes. And with these demonstrations, we've already lost a life. Let's just keep on going to the right and collect these coins, which are worth 50 units of money, which you can see in the lower part of the screen, in the inventory basically. You can enter this door, it happens automatically. You don't have to press up or anything. Just touch the door. This devil here up there was shooting nails at us. So let's quickly look at the inventory. There's score. We see 1 sword icon to the right, which means that we have 1 extra life left. We started out with 2, but I've already died once. There's money, which is obvious. Money to buy things is a safe thing that we can assume, right? What else would you possibly use money for? Then there's the life meter. If it is depleted, then you die. And the magic meter, which we will see later how to use it. And there's also a key symbol and a 0, which means we have 0 keys. And a face to the lower right corner, which indicates that this is the Earth area, where the Earth boss will be fought. This devil here is very dangerous. He does a shit ton of damage. Whoops, we accidentally exited here. Avoiding him, yeah, is insanely difficult. And yes, we just did it, fortunately. We see a treasure chest up there, but we don't have any key. Yeah, this is what what keys are useful for. There's a key here. You can collect it. And we go back down. The devil just killed us. We've already lost 2 lives, but that's no problem. We open the treasure chest, and you have found a sword. Let us see. And indeed, our sword is now very slightly longer, which makes it easier to hit enemies without the enemies hitting you, because there's a higher chance that they touch your sword rather than touching yourself. If you do it correctly, yeah, like this, then you can kill the devils, but it's really difficult, and most of the time you will just get yourself killed if you try to kill the devils. Yeah, look at that massive damage. That took away more than half of my health. And so we died again. It's already game over, but it's no problem. We just use a continue. I kind of pressed the A button a bit fast to make that continue screen go away. I think you have 2 continues, maybe 3, I'm not sure. But now we are back to full lives. We even get to keep our keys. Still have that 1 key left. There were 2 keys in that area, and 1 key we used to open the chest with the sword. There's a secret room here, which has a key and a few coins. Each of those are worth 50 money. And this is a running gag with this game. You just jump around and then you enter an invisible door, like we did so. We exited and we fell down and we got another key, which was on this platform. So yeah, there's a key on this platform and a secret room right above this platform. Very excessive. You can jump further to the right, but if you hit those slopes, then you will fall. You have to be careful on that. There's a little pork chop here, or chicken, or turkey, or whatever, which refills some health. And then there's this bigger turkey, which is actually like foul food. Like, it actually deals damage to you if you eat it. So we didn't collect it. You know, it was over to the right there. This is an egg symbol here. Shouldn't we be able to activate this? Well, apparently we can't. There was another key down here, so we currently have 4. We open this treasure chest and there's treasure inside. I didn't pay attention to the counter, but it always has a weird amount of money. There's another key here, and a jewel or a diamond here. Yeah, these are diamonds, not jewels. And this door leads to a shop. What do you want? Buy. Yeah, and that's what money is for. You can buy keys, food, or a magic spell, like the Wheel of Slumber. That's what the magic meter is for. We don't need anything here. Let us still go quickly inside here again, though. And we can see bonus chance. You have a chance to like double your money if you win in a game that's luck dependent. Like, you can select one of those 4 pots. Then a skull will fall down, and if you're lucky, it falls into the pot. We actually got lucky. We just won 300 money. I don't know how much money we used, but yeah, obviously you can lose that money. Let's look. You use up 100. That's actually kinda good. You only use 100 money, but you can win 300. But there's only a 1 in 4 chance of winning. Okay, so that's the bonus. Let's quit there. And okay, so I thought I could already demonstrate the text at the upper left corner where the X symbol was, but apparently I can't. These little balls, which were worth 500 points, or little pellets there, are they replenish your magic meter. It starts out empty, but now we have a tiny amount of magic. Just got killed again by those flying eagles, which are absolutely relentless. You have found the familiar spell. Now that we have that, we can actually press select magic spell. Now we see that smiley symbol, which had which was the familiar spell. There's the secret code. The password can be accessed all the time if you press select. Quit brings you back to the menu. Pressing start pauses. Not sure why there is even a pause function, because basically if you open up the inventory, that's like pausing as well. Let's try the familiar spell. Yeah, you see that if you use the familiar spell, then the smiley face is flying around you, and it kills enemies for you. We've already been here. Yeah, this is where this part used to be. Wow, I just successfully killed the devil with swinging the shitty sword. You automatically fall down those slopes when you land on them. You can't jump once you're on the slopes anymore, and you have to fall all the way down where they bring you. And the slopes are designed in a way that often you will hit multiple slopes after you fell on one, and that makes you fall down almost all the level, which is a bit annoying. There's the egg. We've seen it before, and that's why I dropped down here at the right side of the screen. We went from 6,685 points to 11,685, so it was worth 5,000 points. And in fact, the number 5,000 did appear above the golden egg. Now we can go up there and we will visit the place. I think there's one more secret between slopes down there, but I'm not going to get it. Now we can go here. And there's a text coming automatically. Come with me to the clouds where you may continue your quest. Apparently this eagle guy is saying that. And then there comes the sequence where the eagle is carrying us upwards into the clouds. I didn't notice that before reading it up on Wikipedia, but this is indeed a good animation. I can carry you no further. You must venture on alone. Yeah, the eagle swinging his wings, that's a very good animation. You can read more about it on Wikipedia, but the developer of this game said something like, yeah, I took this from the Amiga game Ghosts and Goblins a little bit, and I tried to have an impressive piece of animation at the start of the game and stuff. We're being attacked by eagles, tornadoes, and those weird yellow guys here. The clouds, as you can see, you kind of bounce around on them, and if you hold the A button down, yeah, then you jump really, really high up the air. There's two possibilities on how you can jump really high. Either you press A exactly as you land on the clouds, or you just keep on holding down the A button the entire time. But that makes you jump as high as possible all the time, and sometimes you may not want to do that. Let's try to get up here. Yeah, the ceiling is preventing us from properly going up here. Again, look, if you go to the left side of these clouds, then you will slide downwards like a slope, which is very, very annoying. The slopes are some of the most annoying mechanics in the game. Okay, now we successfully got up here again. We're killing enemies just by touching them with our sword. Here, see, you automatically fall down those slopes. You can't control yourself anymore at all once you land on a slope. And it is extremely annoying. We died again. That should be the second game over. Let me not press A so quickly now. Press start to continue. You have 10 seconds left. And we will just continue. I think that was the final continue already. So we should watch out a little bit. If we go up here, we will find a bunch of things. There's a hole to the upper right there, but we won't go inside there yet. We will climb up this left side here first, and then we see a hole up there, and we just landed on a little mini Kuros puppet, which gave us an extra life. We now have 3 swords in our inventory there, 3 extra lives. Now we enter this hole. Gotta time it well to jump above those things here, and then there are more of those annoying devil guys, which deal a shit ton of damage. To time it well to avoid touching them, they deal massive damage, as we have seen in the beginning part of the stage already. We open this treasure chest and we get Windbane. A very, very good item. Now, if we fire the B button, we can actually shoot. We are firing the Windbane, and this can kill those enemies, which is very, very useful, those annoying devils. And this counts as magic. The Windbane uses up some of your magic. The way it works is if you use it like 5 times or so, then your magic meter down there depletes a little bit. If we go to the inventory, then we don't see the Windbane. We can only see the familiar spell. But that's no problem. Let us escape this place and then explore slightly more. We basically haven't really explored the entire right side of this stage yet. We got unconscious there. I don't know if this was because we fell from too much height or something. Random secret room, of course, and there's food in here. And a random spot where if you touch it, a lot of magic appears. Our magic meter is now almost full. Up here, eat some more food, avoid those enemies here, and explore this right side of the screen. There's a hole there. Wait, is this actually the hole that leads to the end of the stage? Look, the lower right corner, you can see the Earth Guy symbol, and now a health bar. So this is indeed the room where the boss is. You also heard the music, it changed, it was boss music. So this is in fact where we have to go. So let me actually explore that other hole first. There's this hole here. You can grab more food here. There's a treasure chest up here. And this was very important to get for me. You have found a helmet, and look. Now Kuros looks like in the first Wizards and Warriors game again, which is good. No more eyeballs outside of his helmet. This is his proper looks. We desperately needed that helmet just because he looks like shit without it. That's why I really, really wanted to get here. The point of the helmet, I assume, is that you will probably take less damage if an enemy hits you on the head, but I cannot verify this for certain. Because honestly, I've never really recognized the difference. So I don't know if this is true. If you know if the helmet really does protect you from enemy attacks, then please write so in the comments. Okay, and I see, we come out to the right here. You remember this place here to the left? That's where the Windbane was. Okay, so we could have just gone up there. buried not enough height to reach it this way. You would have needed to go... Oh, Jesus Christ, you always need to jump twice before gaining height. Nah, it's too difficult to reach this from here. I think you had to enter this from the right side and not from the left side. So we did it. Alright, there's some more food here, some more coins up in the air. Yeah, exploring it, a level is usually always worth it. There's always a lot of things. Wasn't there one more coin up here? Doesn't seem like it. There are more secrets in this level. I do remember this, but I don't know where they are. There's a coin here. I think there was something to the lower right corner here. Yeah, look at this. If you manage to access that place to the right, then you get something, I think. Killed that enemy. Yeah, this is too difficult to access from here. Oh shit, the enemy spawned a huge diamond, but it spawned inside there. Ah yeah, there's a key here to the right side, and that's one useful thing. And if you go down here, wasn't there an invisible room? Yes, there is. You can see those skull things. If you get close to them, they fire, which is difficult to avoid, but you can kill them with Windbane. So it's good that we went here only after we got the Windbane. That makes it easier. Yes, we can destroy those annoying shooting things, collect jewels, and get this book here. You have found the Book of Sindarin. Let's look at our score, 14,485. Now it's 24,485, and the book appears in the inventory. But sadly, the book has no purpose. It doesn't do anything. It's only there to increase your score. I found this book myself, without looking it up on the internet. But I've randomly read in a walkthrough, which I had to read once because I got stuck. I read that, yeah, those items here, the FAQ writer has stated that they are just for bragging rights, which is probably true, bragging rights that you found them. But yeah, I think they're really just for score. And they are basically optional secrets for score only, and they appear in your inventory, I guess as a sort of trophy. Is there anything more up here? I don't think so. So, the enemy outside there spawned a huge jewel inside the wall. In particular, this means that it should be able to get infinite money if the enemies can spawn jewels. I keep calling them jewels. That's actually wrong. They are diamonds. Need to start calling them diamonds. They are diamonds. So yes, you can potentially get infinite money. That's interesting. I don't think I knew this before. At least I don't remember the fact that those enemies could drop diamonds. I think we've now explored everything of the stage. We might have missed a secret room, but I think we got everything. We got a lot of keys. We got all spells. We got the Book of Sindarin. We got the helmet. That was the most important thing. Now it's boss time. Bunch of tornadoes coming. And if we go to the right, we see a huge cloud with a face, big eyes, big nose, fat lips, or a big mouth rather, I don't know. Can attack with Windbane, and hitting the mouth hurts for damage. Hitting the eyes hurts for damage as well. I always used to think that you can only hit the eyes, but that's not true. You can just stand here and hit the mouth. That's interesting to know. One hit depletes 1 bar of health from the enemy. He has 3 bars of health left. I don't know how much he had in the first place, maybe 10. I just jump straight up and hope that it kills the tornadoes, which is a strategy that seems to work. He's also firing those weird bullets from his eyeballs. Oh, and the tornado also appears out of his eyes. That's interesting. He does everything with his eyes. One more hit and he is dead. Now we land here. There's victory music. And yeah, the tornadoes deal damage a little bit differently. As you can see, the tornadoes were hitting us, but we didn't directly get damage. But we were flashing. I think the tornadoes only give you damage if they touch you for a combined total amount of necessary time that is required for them to damage you. So what the hell is this? It's worth 50,000 points. We get some bonus points for our magic left and for keys left. And now we are in the forest in the map. The map always only stays on for like 3 seconds, which is a shame, because I wanted to look at the map more thoroughly. There's raindrops, which gives a very nice feeling, atmosphere in my opinion, and also those weird water shots here, water bullets, which deal damage. Let's just pause the game to avoid getting damage. So yes, that's something I forgot. You can't transfer keys from one stage to another, because your keys get turned into bonus points after you complete a stage. And yeah, that item that we got there, You might already see what this is going to be, but I didn't back then, so I will not explain it yet. But in the lower right corner of our inventory, we see that item that we collected. And yes, so we completed the wind stage basically. We will pause the game here, look at our password. And I'm sorry. And we will continue from here in the next part, guys. However, there is one thing that I do have to say, and that is that if you use a password, I think then you will start with 0 money. But yeah, that would be a disadvantage. So yeah, I will not enter that password yet. I will just, at the next part, I will continue right from here. We only have a few extra lives remaining anyway, but we will just continue from here. Let's see how far we can go. But yeah, we will call this a part for now, and I will see you guys at the next one.